So this is your friend Harveer Anand. We're going to be doing the scroll today for Today I Begin a New Life. It's going to be called Today I Begin a New Life, right? And we're going to start it in about a minute. And it's a pretty good scroll. It can help us all. Everyone can benefit out of it. So I will talk about the other things like the Battle of Saragari as well, if you want to know about that. But since you're on my live right now, we need to just record this right now, and we're going to record so that way it can be on YouTube as well as on Facebook, on LinkedIn and other places. So we're going to do this scroll together, and I'm going to begin right now. Today I begin a new life. Today I begin a new life. Today I shed my old skin, which hath too long suffered the bruises of failure and the wounds of mediocrity. You see? So if anyone wants this scroll, I can go ahead and email it to them as well. If you want the scroll to be sent to you, I can forward you the email. That's not a problem at all. So you can read it along with me to understand. I'm going to read this every day for the next 30 days. And yesterday was my first day when I started at night. You are supposed to read it first thing in the morning in your mind, after lunch or during lunch, and loud at nighttime. So right now is the nighttime, so we're going to keep reading right now as we speak. All right. So today I shed my old skin, which hath too long suffered the bruises of failure and the wounds of mediocrity. Today I'm born anew, and my birthplace is a vineyard where there is fruit for all. Today I will pluck grapes. Today I will pluck grapes of wisdom from the tallest and fullest vines in the vineyard. For these were planted by the wisest of my profession, who have come before me generation upon generation. All right. Today I will savor the taste of grapes from these vines, and verily I will swallow the seeds of success buried in each, and new life will sprout within me. The career I have chosen is laden with opportunity, yet it is fraught with heartbreak, despair, and the bodies of those who have failed. Where they piled one atop another would cast its shadow down upon all the pyramids of earth. Yet I will not fail as the others, for in my hands I now hold the charts, which will guide me through perilous waters to shores, which only yesterday seemed but a dream. Failure will no longer buy my payment for my struggle, just as nature made no provision for my body to tolerate pain, neither has failure will no longer buy my payment for my struggle. Just as nature made no provision for my body to tolerate pain, neither has it made any provision for my life to suffer failure. Failure, like pain, is alien to my life, right? It's alien to us. We got to get so strong. In the past, I accepted it as I accepted pain. Now I reject it, and I am prepared for wisdom and principles which will guide me out of the shadows into the sunlight of wealth, position, and happiness far beyond my most extravagant dreams, until even the golden apples in the garden of Hesperides will seem no more than my just reward. I'll have to Google that word, what it means. Hesperides. I've not read that word before, so I gotta figure out what it means. Time teaches all things to he who lives forever, but I have not the luxury of eternity. Yet, within my allotted time, I must practice the art of patience For nature acts never in haste. Nature acts never in haste. Think about it. Nature acts never in haste. To create the olive, king of all trees, 100 years is required. Did you know that? I had no idea about it. Did you know that to create olive, it took 100 years? I just found out about that yesterday. An onion plant is old in 9 weeks. I have lived as an onion plant. It has not pleased me. Now I wouldest become the greatest of olive trees and entrust the greatest of salesmen. And how will this be accomplished? For I have neither the knowledge nor the experience to achieve greatness, and already I have stumbled in ignorance and fallen into pools of self-pity. The answer is simple. I will commence my journey unencumbered with either the weight of unnecessary knowledge or the handicap of meaningless experience. Nature already has supplied me with knowledge and instinct far greater than any beast in the forest, and the value of experience is overrated, usually by old men who nod wisely and speak stupidly. In truth, experience teaches thoroughly, yet her course of instruction devours men's. Yours, so the value of her lessons diminishes with the time necessary to acquire her special wisdom. The end finds it wasted on dead men. Furthermore, experience is comparable to fashion. An action that proved successful today will be unworkable and impractical tomorrow. Only principles endure, and these I now possess. For the laws that will lead me to greatness are contained in the words of these scrolls. What they will teach me is more to prevent failure than to gain success. For what is success other than a state of mind, right? Which two among 1,000 wise men will define success in the same words, yet failure is always described in one way. Failure is a man's inability to reach his goals in life, whatever they may be. In truth, the only difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded lies in the difference of their habits. This goes for me too. All good habits are the key to all success. Bad habits are the unlocked door to failure. Thus, the first law I will obey, which precede all others, is I will form good habits and become their slave. As a child, I will slave to my impulses. As a child, I was a slave to my impulses. Now I'm a slave to my habits. As all are grown men, I have surrendered my free will to the years of accumulated habits, and the past deeds of my life have already marked out a path which threatens to imprison my future. My actions are ruled by appetite, passion, prejudice, greed, love, fear, environment, habit, and the worst of these triumphs is habit. Habit is the worst triumph, guys. It's the worst. Believe me, it's the worst triumph. Therefore, I must be a slave to habit. Let me be a slave to good habits. My habits must be destroyed and new furrows prepared for good seed. New furrows prepared for good seeds, right? I will form good habits and become their slave. And how will I accomplish this difficult feat? Through these scrolls. It will be done, for each scroll contain a principle which will drive a bad habit from my life and replace it with one which will bring me closer to success. For it is another of nature's laws that only a habit can subdue another habit. Valid point, right? So in order for the written words to perform their chosen task, I must discipline myself with the first of my new habits, which is as follows. I will read each scroll for 30 days in this prescribed manner before I proceed to the next scroll. First, I will read the words of silence when I arise. Then I will read the words in silence after I have partaken in my midday meal. Last, I will read the words again just before I retire at the day's end. And most important, on this occasion, I will read the words aloud. On the next day, I will repeat this procedure. I will continue in like manner for 30 days. Then I will turn to the next scroll and repeat this procedure for another 30 days. I will continue to this in this manner until I have lived with each scroll for 30 days and my reading has become a habit. And what will be accomplished with this habit? Herein lies the hidden secret of all man's accomplishments. As I repeat the words daily, they will soon become a part of my active mind. But more important, they will also seep into my other mind, that mysterious source which never sleeps, which creates my dreams and often makes me act in ways I do not comprehend. As the words of these scrolls are consumed by my mysterious mind, I will begin to awake such earnings with a vitality I have never known before. My vigor will increase, my enthusiasm will rise, my desire to meet the world will overcome every fear. I once knew at sunrise, and I will be happier than I have ever believed it possible to be in this world of strife and sorrow. Eventually, I will find myself reacting to all situations which confront me as I was commanded in the scrolls to react. And soon these actions and reactions will become easy to perform. For any act with practice becomes easy. Thus, a new and good habit is born, for when an act becomes easy through constant repetition, it becomes a pleasure to perform. And if it is a pleasure to perform, it is a man's nature to perform it often. When I perform it often, it becomes a habit and I become its slave. And since it's a good habit, this is my will. Today I begin a new life, and I make a solemn oath to myself that nothing will retard my new life's growth. I will lose not a day from these readings, for that day cannot be retrieved, nor can I substitute another for it. Right? I will not break this habit of daily reading from these scrolls, and in truth, the few moments spent in each day on this new habit are but a small price to pay for the happiness and success that will be mine. As I read and reread the words in these scrolls to follow, never will I allow the brevity of each scroll, nor the simplicity of its words to cause me to treat the scroll's message lightly. Thousands of grapes are pressed to fill one jar with wine, and the grape skin and pulp are tossed to the birds. So it is with these grapes of wisdom from the ages. Much has been filtered and tossed to the wind. Only the pure truth lies distilled. In the words to come, I will drink as instructed and spill not one drop. And the seed of success I will swallow. Today, my old skin has become as dust. I will walk tall among men, and they will know me not for today. Know me not, for today I'm a new man with a new life. So for today, I'm a new man with a new life. How did you guys like this scroll? We covered this scroll today. I covered it in 1 minute sooner than yesterday, even though I was talking. So what did you guys think about it? The scroll's over. I'm going to post it on YouTube right now on Harveer Anand. So you can go on YouTube at Harveer Anand and check it out. If you're not a subscriber, you can become a subscriber to YouTube as well. I'll be posting new videos all the time of different things. And all the TikTok and Facebook users and LinkedIn users also know this, that I'm having the same channel, Harveer Anand. So whether you're on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, or YouTube. It's always Harveer Anand. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will.